Charlie ignored him, walked to the back of the wheelchair, shook his hands, directly lifted the entire wheelchair, and walked upstairs steadily. Charlie's physical fitness is different from ordinary people. After making the rejuvenating pills a few days ago, he himself ate 2 pills, and his physical fitness has been greatly improved, let alone a man carrying an old master and a wheelchair. Even if it is several times the weight, it is nothing to him. Jones Jian's eyes were a little surprised, but he didn't need to lift him, it just saved a little effort, so he followed behind and said with a smile, "Oh, you have so much strength, you can go to the construction site to carry bricks and concrete. I have a friend who works on a construction site. Would you like me to introduce?" Charlie looked at him, smiled and asked, "Do you want to go to the construction site to carry bricks and cement?" Jones Jian contemptuously said, "I'm talking about you." Charlie smiled slightly and said happily, "Okay, you made the arrangements for yourself clearly. Then go to the construction site to carry cement for 20 years, what do you think?" Seeing that Charlie answered the wrong question, Jones Jian took a sip and said, "Is it interesting to pretend to be crazy and be stupid? It's exaggerating to ask you to carry cement." Charlie nodded and smiled. "Okay, I see, I will arrange it for you." Seeing that he was always talking in the mist, Jones Jian said disdainfully, "Neurotic." After speaking, he spoke again. "As someone who came here, I would advise you a few words. You are still young, and now you go out and find something serious to do, you may still succeed. Is it humble to carry cement? Not at all. Did you know that there is a singer named Adu? He was carrying cement at the construction site. Didn't people also carry fire? And now him and YouTube are so popular, you can register for an account, and it's okay to post some cement carrying videos on it. Maybe it will be popular." Charlie smiled and said, "I have a YouTube account, do you want to follow me?" Jones Jian asked contemptuously, "Oh, is your family chef still playing YouTube? What is your WeChat number? What's your name? Is it Orus Hill's largest rag?" Charlie smiled and said, "My mobile number is 786,019,911. My name is King Son-in-Law, and my avatar is a red dragon. Do you want to follow and like it?" King Son-in-Law? Jones Jian looked at Charlie contemptuously, and said, "Just you? Give the FC King Son-in-Law?" I said, "Can you have a face? If you are son-in-law, then I am not a son-in-law or any other thing. The royal son-in-law, the overlord son-in-law." Charlie smiled slightly and said, You are a muddy son. Son-in-law? What do you mean?" Jones Jian frowned. Charlie laughed. "The son-in-law who carries cement, don't you understand this? Grass." Jones Jian couldn't help spitting out, "You kid really doesn't know how to praise." Charlie ignored him, carrying the old teacher of the old master, walked a few steps quickly and came directly to the door of the classroom. The old master patted Charlie's hand and said, "Young man, who can laugh at humiliation, not humble or overbearing, is a promising person at first glance." After all, the old master turned his wheelchair and entered the classroom. Jones Jian whispered, "You're so dim-eyed, you don't know where you can tell that he is good." Charlie ignored him. Anyway, he was not far from the fate he arranged for him. At this time, with the arrival of the old teacher, there was already cheers in the classroom, and everyone kept greeting the old master. The relationship between teachers and students in that era is not exaggerated to say that they are like father and son. The old master looked at these middle-aged people who were over 100 years old and had a little gray hair. He couldn't help being very pleased and nodded repeatedly. He has taught all his life, and it can be said that there are peaches and plums all over the world. Seeing these students, he feels no regrets in his life. Let the teacher give us another lesson. Someone moved emotionally. Everyone expressed the same request. The old master nodded, his eye circles a little red, sitting behind the podium. His fingers touched the already rough podium, and slowly said, "Hello, class." "Hello, teacher," everyone shouted in unison. The old master nodded and said, "I am old and can't stand up, and I can't shout. The quality of lectures may not be as good as before, so I must say sorry to everyone first." Everyone hurriedly said with red eyes, "Teacher, don't you say that." The old master smiled slightly and said, "I have been here all my life, and I have witnessed your growth and the development of the country. I will not say anything else. I will give you words, peace and happiness. I have taught for a lifetime. I am still poor and have no longevity, but I have ideals in my heart. I will live happily and contentedly in this life without regrets." Everyone applauded, especially Jacob. After hearing the teacher's words, he felt that the teacher was simply a beacon for guiding the way. Although he didn't have much money, he tossed about antiques every day and realized his hobbies and pursuits, so he was also very happy. Of course, there is still a source of pain in his life, and that source of pain is Elaine. The old master was too old and lacked energy. He gave everyone an ancient Chinese lesson on stage. After that, he seemed a little panting, and everyone quickly helped him down. Everyone is satisfied to hear the old teacher's lecture again, so I am extremely grateful to the old master. Pan Ming said at this time, "Since everyone's wish to attend the class is over, and it's rare to have a meeting today, then I will ask my son-in-law to arrange a place for everyone so that everyone can go together and relax."